What's going on YouTube? Keith Moore Jr. here, and today I will be starting a new series where I will be reviewing some of my favorite anime characters to determine if I think their physique is natural or if they are on steroids. Now, I know people have seen many YouTubers have this natural or not debate with people in the fitness community. So I wanted to put my own spin on things to do a natural or not series for something that I'm interested in, because I don't really care too much about trying to call people out within the fitness community and trying to determine whether they are natural or not. Now, since my recent addiction to anime has started, I came up with this idea, and I'm like, that'd be a good idea to, determine if these physiques on these animes that I'm watching are attainable or not. So today, for this first episode, we're going to start with my favorite character in anime so far, who is Baki Hanma, or Baki the Grappler. So, I first started watching Baki just like a couple of months ago. Maybe it was exactly a month ago, but I watched the Netflix version, and then when I was on YouTube, I saw a YouTuber by the name of Jax Blade who had covered Baki as well, but I heard him talk about there were original seasons of Baki that came out like in 2001 or 2002. Somewhere around that time period. I think it was either 2000 or 2001 when the first season originally came out. If that time is wrong, forgive me, but the moral of the story is, there were seasons prior to that Netflix version. So I went on a Baki binge where I found the original seasons on YouTube, and I just started watching it non-stop. So, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about 13-year-old Baki from season 1. And his stats are, he was 5 feet 2 inches and about 156 pounds at 13 years old. Now, for 13, weight-wise, that's very solid. And Baki's physique was very developed at the age of 13. Now, what we have to take into account is, first, his genetics. So his dad is Yujiro, who is about 6'2", 300 pounds, and he is the strongest fighter in the world. So the whole reason Yujiro wanted to have a son was so that someone could train to be better than him and ultimately be able to beat him. So Baki's whole existence is, the whole reason for his existence is to be able to become stronger than his father and defeat him in a fight. Now, Baki's mom, very wealthy. And if you have not seen the original seasons of Baki, I suggest you go back and look at it. I don't want to give it away how she accumulated her wealth. But with her having so much wealth, she was able to send Baki to the best training facilities and hire the best personal trainers to help develop Baki. So he's been working out his entire life in the best facilities with the best trainers. So, that's number 2. He has great genetics and he has top of the line trainers and workout equipment. So, Baki, determines, he's not getting as strong as he wants to be fast enough. So, Baki decides to, go away. He's still training, but he changes up his training routine to where he's, working out in the woods. He's not in the gym or anything. And he's also eating more. So Baki did what we would like to call a lean bulk. you know, they don't directly say that in the show, but, you know, the Baki is told, you know, you have to eat more if you want to get bigger and stronger. So we see that from Baki. We see him eating a lot more and then training nonstop. So, yes, he's young, you know, 13 years old, that's young, but there are other 13-year-olds, like gymnasts, for example, who, you know, eat, sleep, and train, and they have very developed physiques for 13-year-olds. So you have to take into account the consistency that Baki has had his entire life with training. You know, it's, in my opinion, I think that Baki's physique is attainable naturally, even at 13 years old, because you always are going to have these outliers. For example, you can take the kid Tristan Lee, I believe is his name. He is what I would consider an outlier. Now, every 13-year-old can't look like Baki if they, you know, adapt the same training methods that he is in the series. But if you have great genetics and you are doing nothing but training and eating, and you know, the whole reason for your existence is to become the strongest fighter in the world, I do think that physique is attainable at 13 years old. So let me know what you all think below. Do you all think Baki's physique is possible, or do you think he is enhanced? Now, if we look at the type of training that Baki was doing, he's doing a lot of fighting, a lot of cardio, such as like running up hills. What else is he doing? Pull-ups, one-arm chin-ups, push-ups, sit-ups. And then, you know, before he left the training facility he was at, he was doing a lot of lifting weights, and you can see he was doing high reps. So he was actually, you know, developing his endurance and muscle hypertrophy. So I think everything within this first season of Baki is pretty reasonable to say Baki has a natural physique. Let me know what you all think below. I will be covering more characters from Baki. I'll probably do Yujiro next and determine whether or not I think his physique is attainable naturally. But if you all have any other characters that you want me to look at from other animes, please let me know, and I will be happy to check them out. Oh, and also one more thing, as far as body fat percentage goes, you know, I don't know exactly what Baki's is, but I would say for sure it's below, I would say it's for sure below 7%. And then especially with him being young, you know, so I would say it's below 7%, or I would say probably in the 4 to 6% range of body fat, but also keep into account he's young. And, you know, he's been training his entire life. So maybe we'll stick with 6% body fat, and we'll go with that, because especially after his lean bulk, you know, he got faster after that lean bulk because he continued to train. But, you know, he's also experiencing a lot of newbie gains because, you know, he's still developing and, you know, going through puberty and things like that. So, you know, also keep that in mind, because I know some people say, you know, under a certain percentage, if your body fat is, you know, so low, then you are not a natural. So for the sake of my argument with me saying Baki is natural, I think Baki was around 6% body fat. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos on anime and me determining if certain characters' physiques can be attained naturally, or if you need to do, you know, some cheating, take some steroids. But all right, I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.